ships, burning oil, Lord. It was more like dust than it was 9:30 Sunday morning.
I'm not stopping y'all from running around right now. Like, get yelled at. I frankly don't care. No. I don't. Not really, no.
Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, Sunday, December 7, 1941. It was a fateful day, the start of World War II for the United States, and a turning point in history. At 6:10 a.m., with a carefully prepared and practiced attack plan, the Japanese Empire launched a wave of 183 fighters, bombers, and torpedo planes from aircraft carriers engulfed in rough seas. As they headed for the Hawaiian island of Oahu, Japanese pilots used a Honolulu radio station broadcast as a guiding beam. At 7:02 a.m., two privates manned the Army's Ohana mobile radar station, called the hub of the radar network, Fort Shafter, to report that they had spotted a large group of aircraft on a direct ferry to Oahu. The duty officer replied, "Well, don't worry about it." He thought that the radar had picked up a flight of American B-17 Flying Fortress bombers due into Hickman Field from California that morning. Then, at 7:33 a.m. Hawaiian time, President Roosevelt and General George C. Marshall sent a warning to the commanders of the U.S. Army and Naval Forces in Hawaii. American codebreakers had deciphered a Japanese diplomatic message instructing Japanese negotiators to break off all talks with Washington at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But due to atmospheric interference, the message did not reach the commanders until after the attack. At 7:55 a.m., the first wave of Japanese planes reached Pearl Harbor. The Japanese have achieved total surprise.
That up there, that one's Tora Tora Tora.
There were 49 high-altitude bombers, 51 dive bombers, 40 torpedo planes, and 43 Zero fighters. The coordinated attack began with dive bombers striking the Army and Naval Air Forces on Oahu. The Japanese, running control of the air, had to destroy the American warplanes on the ground. They succeeded. The explosions started. Loud booms, pillars of smoke, and low-flying anti-aircraft shocked everyone into the realization that this was not a training exercise. Pearl Harbor was really under attack.
I'm getting this one plus a mix.
American battleships at Pearl Harbor suddenly lined up at battleship after battle. One battleship, Pennsylvania, was in dry dock for repairs. 8:10 a.m., 15 minutes after the attack began, an armor-piercing bomb dropped by a high-altitude bomber pierced the forward deck of the Arizona, setting off more than 300 gunpowder, creating a huge fireball and killing 1,177 men. In only 9 minutes, the Arizona was lying at the bottom of the harbor. 8:17 a.m., through the flames and smoke, the destroyer Helm sped toward the open sea. As the helm left the channel, a lookout spotted a Japanese submarine. The helm attacked. The submarine commander was forced to beach his sub to prevent it from sinking. He was captured and became America's first Japanese prisoner of war in World War II. 8:39 a.m. As the destroyer Monahan tried to get out of the harbor, a nearby American ship signaled that it had sighted a submarine. The Monahan headed for the sub at top speed. At 8:43 a.m., Monahan hit it with gunfire, rammed it, and dropped depth charges. In the weeks after the attack, the sub was recovered with the Japanese crew still on board. The midget sub and its crew were used as landfill to make repairs to the sub base at Pearl Harbor. At 8:54 a.m., during a short lull in the attack, the USS Nevada, despite her damage, managed to get out of the way and start down the channel toward the open sea. Before she could clear the harbor, a second wave of aircraft that had launched 30 minutes after the first wave, consisting of 35 fighters, 78 dive bombers, and 54 high-altitude bombers, appeared over the harbor. The Japanese concentrated their attacks on moving battleship, hoping to sink her in the channel and block the narrow entrance to Pearl Harbor. On orders from the harbor control tower, the Nevada beached herself at Hospital Point, and the channel remained clear. Japanese bombers also attacked the Navy Yard dry docks and bombed the battleship Pennsylvania. In front of Pennsylvania, another bomber hit oil tanks located between the destroyers Cassin and Dallas. The Cassin's onboard ammunition exploded, sending her rolling off the blocks and crashing into the Dallas. Both ships were severely damaged. Bombs also hit the light cruiser Ryan, which had already been torpedoed during the first wave. 9:30 a.m., a bomb went off the bow of the destroyer shot, sending shrapnel and pieces of the ship raining down a half-mile away. At 9:45 a.m., the attack on Pearl Harbor was over. By 12:14 p.m., after recovering its aircraft, the Japanese attack force began its long journey home. It had happened so quickly. The attack had lasted 110 minutes, just under 2 hours. In that time, 21 ships of the U.S. Pacific Fleet had either been sunk or damaged. 188 aircraft were destroyed and 159 damaged. A total of 2,403 American servicemen and women were dead, and 1,178 were wounded. During the attack, 68 civilians had also been killed, and 35 wounded.
They've changed this so much.
Japanese losses were comparatively light. 65 men, less than 10% of the attacking force. 29 aircraft had failed to return to their carriers. Also, of the 5 midget subs sent to attack Pearl Harbor, 4 were sunk and 1 was captured. On December 8, President Roosevelt solemnly began his speech before Congress.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
Almost done.
The United States declared war and entered World War II. In the 44 months of war that followed the attack on Pearl Harbor, the U.S. Navy would sink every Japanese aircraft carrier, battleship, and cruiser in the Hawaii Strike Force. The surprise attack on Pearl Harbor created a national resolve which turned America's worst military defeat into its greatest triumph.